Y'all, just not too long ago, I was in education, and what I love the most about educating people is that lots of stories are involved, and I love story time. Love a great story. So looking back, the summer of 2017, I had 18 years in the school system, and I had very quickly risen up the ranks. I was a teacher for 4 years. I had been an administrator at that time for 14 years. And the next step for me, I believed, was to apply for the superintendency. And so I remember going and talk to our school board member at the time, telling him that I had gotten all of the certification I needed. I was ready. The next step for me was to apply for the superintendency. And when I tell you, he didn't bat an eye and looked at me straight in the face and said, I hate to tell you this, but as long as this 8-member board is in effect, a woman will not be superintendent of Acadia Parish School Board. So look, I had 18 years in the system at that time. And for me, it was a huge slap in the face. And I knew that I was not going to go any further than I currently was. And I had a hard decision to make. So 2 years later, I retired with 20 years in education and jumped full force into real estate, not knowing a single thing about it. And that was 7 years ago. It actually will be 7 years in February that I signed up for real estate school. It wasn't until May of 2019 that I listed my first home. But I tell you what, when I got out of the school system, I was on a mission to prove that I could be successful and that politics was not going to determine my success or failure. And the great thing about being self-employed is the harder and smarter you work, the more money you have the opportunity to make. When I was in the school system, I never dreamed in a million years I'd do anything besides be in education. But what I quickly learned is as I moved up in the ranks, the harder you worked, it seemed like people, at least for me, were saying, slow down, don't work so hard, you're making us look bad. And a great majority of people just believed that they didn't need to work very hard because you got the same pay whether you worked hard or you didn't work hard, right? Well, being self-employed, if you don't work your ass off, you don't get paid. So for me, my very first year in real estate, 2019, because I had such a point to prove, I spent so much money in marketing and advertising so that the whole world knew I was in real estate, because everybody, I believed, just thought that I was a teacher. So who was going to buy real estate from a teacher, right? So I had a huge point to prove. And so I spent $24,000 in marketing and advertising that first year, but I only made $22,000. So I ended up netting the first year in real estate negative $2,000. And listen, it was the best year of my life. I had a blast. Fast forward to this year, and I was able to help 65 families buy or sell. And listen, just to put that into perspective, if you Google how many closings does the average realtor close in a year, last time I Googled it, it said between 8 and 12. So that means on average, most realtors close about 1 deal a month. So I closed 65. And listen, it's because my community absolutely embraced me and supported me and believed that I could do the job. And I'm just so thankful that I live in a community that believes in me, trusted me, and supported me all along the way, even when I wasn't sure I could do it. And so today I actually have my last 3 closings of the year with 3 amazing families who trusted me to get the job done. My close rate is about 99%. So if you are looking to buy or sell, know that I'm going to get the job done. That is my mission. My mission is not about the money. It's how many families can I help? How many families can I serve? and what's best for those particular people. When you do what's right for people, the money will follow. So if you're self-contracted in any kind of job whatsoever, I hope that you know that if you treat people kindly and fairly and you do the right thing, even when no one is looking, the money will follow. It's just good practice. It's good common sense. A lot of people say to me, when do you sleep? Listen, I sleep plenty. I guarantee you, I'm sleeping by 9 p.m., but I'm raring to go, usually between 5 and 5:30, because I absolutely love everything real estate. I love helping people buy. I love helping people sell. I love negotiating. I love meeting new people. I love meeting other real estate agents and seeing how they run their businesses. Every single part of real estate, thankfully, I fell in love with it, because when I retired from the school system and knew nothing else except for education, I truthfully had no idea if I would even enjoy real estate. But I have absolutely fallen in love with it, and I guess because mostly it's a people business. So thank you to every single one of you who has sent business my way, who have trusted me with either buying or selling, or sometimes both. It has been an amazing 2025 year, and I know that the next couple of years are going to be even better. So thank you. It has been a great 2025. If you are thinking about buying or selling, I'd love to hear from you. If you are thinking about getting into real estate, it is an absolutely great career if you love people, you're self-motivated, and you do not mind negotiating and solving problems. All real estate is a series of problems that have to be solved in order to get to the closing table. Getting something listed, getting something under contract, that's easy. But getting it all the way to the closing table, that is a whole different ballgame. So if you love people, you love problem solving, you love a flexible schedule, but you are self-motivated, I'd love to have a conversation with you, and I'd love for you to join my team. Y'all have a fabulous 2025, rest of 2025, and looking forward to an even better 2026. I hope that you have a safe New Year's Eve and a great New Year's Day. Y'all take care.